Moses Itauma, 10-0, 8 knockouts. You just said you feel like you're in a hostile environment.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
You're there, he's there, he's there, he's there. It's like,
do you feel threatened? Like what, a man that's like 10-0, 8 KOs, just ironed out Marius Wack, and you feel threatened? What's going on?
No, I don't feel threatened. I'm just aware of my surroundings.
Listen, you should feel threatened.
Why?
Him,
and I'll tell you why. Because you
every time I see him, because you're trying to kick me. That's why he's trying to fly kick me.
You really think so? Guys taking over the heavyweight division in the next couple of years. And then that's what we expect from you. You've just done a face-off as well. Gloves are off. We're 8 weeks out from the fight in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Step up in opponent. Yeah. Demsey McKean, the Australian, got a decent record. He's been in against Hergovic and others. He's someone for you to put your mark against. You've obviously knocked out Marius Wack with brilliant fashion. You've just come from that face-off. Are your levels rising at the moment because you've just been facing off with him and talking to him?
What do you mean by levels are rising?
You're very aware. You're very aware at the moment of your opponent. You've just been sitting face to face with him. He annoyed you a little bit, you said.
Yeah, no, he did. He kept cutting me off, but it is what it is. Like I said, that doesn't win you your fight. With Demsey McKean, I'm not gonna lie, I was overlooking him a little bit, but from yesterday's presser, and my brother's obviously, he said he's been watching his interview. He's like, he's actually like come to, have a tear up with you. And even he said in the gloves of us, he was like we're gonna have a 10-round tear up. I said, mate, I ain't getting involved in no tear up. I'm gonna outbox you and maybe put you out. Do you know what I mean? I said, like when Fabio, sorry, I know you're trying to start, like when Fabio and Fraser had their first fight. What language is that? What language is that?
Go on.
When Fabio and Fraser, when they boxed for the first time, I was like, that's nice to watch, but I don't want to be part of that. I want to do an absolute demolition on someone. I ain't trying to be, do you know what I mean?
Demsey McKean was talking yesterday at the press conference about you being 19 years of age. Do you think he's overlooking that or underestimating your ability at 19? I know you're the kid that everyone's talking about and the next heavyweight king and whatnot, but I saw that with him there where he's looking at it and in his own mind he's going, he's only 19, this kid, and he believes that maybe he can bring something to the table that other opponents haven't yet.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Obviously in the press conference he says he's got a full camp. He said that even in the gloves of off that he's stopped and started his camp up again. He wanted to fight himself. So listen, it's a good test, and I'm ready for it.
Now, a little birdie tells me, or it might have even been you, that you're going to be sparring with Tyson Fury. Yeah. Obviously, you can ape and copy for him what Alexander Usyk's going to be. Yeah. You've got all those boxing skills. Yeah. You're looking forward to going in. Will you do literally dozens of rounds of sparring with Tyson Fury?
Yeah. Obviously, if he wants me there. Obviously, I'm happy to help him. Obviously, I've got my fight to worry about as well.
But does that sharpen you being with him, though, in sparring?
The problem is I'm boxing Demsey McKean, who's a southpaw. Yeah. And Tyson Fury, to be fair, he sparred me a few times southpaw, but obviously he's an orthodox fighter. And yeah, like I said, if he wants me up there, I'm there. If he don't, I'm happy to do my own training.
But isn't the learning curve being with someone like Tyson fascinating? Because he's got those telescopic arms, his boxing skills. You must learn so much being in the ring with him.
Yeah, 100%. Like, to be fair, I got asked this question like not too long ago. There was like, what did you learn from Fury? And I said, listen, I'm not even gonna lie. From the sparring, okay, cool, that was good and that, but after the sparring, he comes in, he sits down, he talks to me about like money and how boxing works and like the Bible even, boxing, amateur boxing, professional boxing. I'm like, yo, like I needed this. Like,
the Bible?
Yeah, even the Bible. Yeah, and like, I was like, yo, I needed this.
That's valuable, man. You can't buy that, all that sort of experience going in that. You'll see that's moulding you, moving forward in your own career. McKean's only lost that one fight against Filip Hergovic in that 12th round, but he showed a lot of balls in that fight as well at them times. And you go like, so this is a significant step up for you going into this one.
Of course, and I'm ready for it. I'm looking forward to it.
What are you expecting him to bring?
I don't even know.
I mean, you're both southpaws. Have you boxed many southpaws?
No, I haven't. I think I only boxed one as a professional. I only boxed a couple as an amateur. But like, I haven't watched too much of him. But what I've seen, he's very negative. And when the fighter's very negative, they tend to bring more rounds out of you. So I am expecting to go at least to the second half of the fight.
Tell me about yesterday at the press conference. It was raised that you and Johnny Fisher might fight at some point. Obviously, he's got his fight with Dave Allen. Oh, you've sniggered there. Is he not on your level? Is there something you don't like about him?
You're trying to get a headline. Nah, listen, I don't hate Johnny. Literally, I spoke to him just outside there. Listen, if the fight is always going to be there for Johnny. If he wants to fight, he knows where I am. But I'm not going there looking for Johnny. Do you know what I mean? I like him. I think he's a nice fella. If he wants to fight, he can fight me. And if he don't, do you know what I mean? It's alright. I got things that I can obviously move on to.
But you've got that next crop of young fighters coming through, and you and Johnny Fisher, you're running at that level, and it's like you need other dance partners actually to create, modern eras, etc. Johnny's going to be good for you, mate, at some point. And the fight is going to happen at some point.
I can't do nothing about that.
But you're ready for it when it happens.
Of course, but I'm going to be ready for anyone that's obviously worthy of a name, and Johnny is a man that's worthy of his name. But that's not honestly, my brother said to me this the other day. He was like, "Why are fans so fickle?" They'll be commenting on my stuff, being like, I should fight Fabio Wardley. But Fabio Wardley was boxing Fraser Clark. Me and Fabio got the same trainer. Do you know what I mean? How is Ben supposed to tell me advice, run across the ring, tell Fabio advice before the bell starts or something? Why do people not take this? Even like Johnny Fisher, it was like they're like, oh, why are me and Johnny Fisher not fighting? So I'm fighting Demsey McKean.
100%.
He's fighting Dave Allen.
It's going to happen at some point.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And when it does happen, I'll be ready. And if it don't happen, it is what it is.
It's going to be tougher holding you back than letting you go because of how good you are. That's the problem that you've got, is that they get people that it's good when people are talking and saying you're ready for Fabio Wardley, you're ready for this. You're a 19-year-old kid with 10 fights under your belt. When they're putting you at that sort of level, it just tells you how much really people respect how good you are.
Do you know what? I actually want to see the stats. I want to know how many people actually think I'm going to win this fight. And if it's going to be 75 towards Demsey McKean, I'm going to love that.
You want to be the underdog?
No, it's not that I want to be the underdog. I just thought I thought it'd be cool to just be in a fight where I'm not expected to win.
Give us your take.
Hold on, that is the underdog.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That is the underdog.
Give us your take on Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua.
There's not much I can say about that. Daniel done his thing. Joshua kind of didn't, but they both came out the ring healthy and listen. Anthony, people tend to forget what Anthony Joshua has done for boxing. I've seen the disrespect that obviously he's got, and not only that, even his ranking that he's got now. Are people forgetting who he's beat? That's what boxing is, though. You lose one fight and it's over for you, innit?
Have you sparred with Daniel and Anthony?
Yeah, I've done loads of rounds with Daniel. And with Anthony, I only done 2 rounds when I was at 16.
I bet those rounds with you and Daniel are something to behold.
Yeah, Shane McGuigan and Don Charles would both know. It was fireworks. You just keep staring at me. You're trying to get something out of me. Listen, sparring.
They would have made a great watch, that's all. I know it's private and in the gym, but I'm just fascinated.
Sparring. You don't really want to talk about sparring, and you don't really want to. Do you know what I mean?
Sparring's different to fighting anyway. It's totally different. When the bell rings, with all the added pressure, nervous energy rolling, that fights play out different to what sparring does anyway. 100%.
And let's say you're sparring and someone throws a punch at you and you put your hand here in sparring, that won't hurt because you've got big gloves. Now in a fight, that's going to go straight through your guard and hit you in the face.
What's the best spar you've ever had then?
Probably with Daniel.
Really? Done loads of rounds.
To be fair, me and Fury had some good spars as well.
You said that before to me when you came on my show. On Fight Club, on Battle of the Baddest. You
little plug.
You obviously know how skillful Alexander Usyk is. We know what happened the first time against Tyson Fury. How do you see that fight the second time?
Listen, I think Tyson can win, but only if he makes the right adjustments. I feel like the fight will always play out to the loser, in a rematch, because the winner ain't got nothing to look at because he's won, whereas the loser can say that he's done this wrong, he's done that wrong, and fix his game up and win. So, it will always play out to the loser, and I do feel like Tyson can win the fight. Listen, the fight was very close. Was very close.
And brutal.
And brutal
It
as
was
well.
a brutal fight when you look back on it.
100%. And listen, I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm not gonna lie, but I think Tyson can beat him. It's just whether he's gonna make the right adjustments.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.